and welcome to Q2 FY22 earnings conference call of APL Apollo Tubes Limited, hosted by InCred Equities. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Rahul Agarwal from InCred Equities. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Margaret, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all to the second quarter earnings conference call of APL Apollo Tubes. We have with us the senior management of the company, led by Mr. Sanjay Gupta, Chairman Managing Director, Mr. Deepak Goyal, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Arun Agarwal, Chief Operating Officer, and Anubhav Gupta, Chief Strategy Officer of APL Apollo. We thank the management for giving us this opportunity to host the call. I now hand over to the management for the initial remarks, post which we'll get into Q&A. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Rahul. This is Anubhav Gupta. It's a real pleasure to be here and discuss our Q2 performance with everyone. We welcome every one of you, and thanks for stopping by. Before we discuss our Q1 performance, I'd like to talk about a few updates which took place in the last quarter. So one is we received 6 patent designs for our new innovative products. So our total patented design portfolio stands at 16 today. This is in line with our strategy to create new market for our structural steel tube products into building material applications, and these various products has helped us to grow at a CAGR of 20% in the last 10 years. So our efforts to innovate and come out with new products continue. Number 2 is the government hospitals in Delhi. There the work has started, and we are glad to share that our products are being used to create the superstructure of those hospitals. It's a first of its kind building in India where the hospitals shall be ready in 6 months, and this was possible because the superstructure is on 100% tubes, and this is very good for our product category, which caters to the heavy structural side of it. So we are confident that once these towers are ready in next 6 to 7 months, it is going to open a very large market for our heavy structural tubes. Number 3 is we appointed Tiger Shroff as our second brand ambassador, specifically for the heavy structural tubes, and we have branded this product as Apollo Column. Very soon we will go on air, and our target is to cater to all the architects, structural consultant, contractors, where we want to push this product. Number 4, we have started work on our consumer-facing app, which we are targeting to launch next quarter. Currently, we are in the process of enrollment of 50,000 fabricators, and at the same time, we are working on the various design which would be used in any household into multiple segments. So this will help us reach near to the customer as our brand equity endeavor is. Number 5, very interesting update I'd like to share is that one of our distributors in Dehradun has opened a 10,000 square foot furniture store, where the furniture is 100% made of steel tubes. Since he is our distributor, so he is using APL Apollo Tubes, and again this demonstrates that our products are being used for the typical building material furniture applications. So as this business starts to gain momentum, we will move much closer to the consumer. Again, this will help us enhance our brand equity in a significant way. So coming to the second quarter performance, it was an important quarter as the economic recovery started after the Corona wave 2, and things started to return to normalcy. Coming to the our sales volume, which was 427,000 tons for the quarter, it was down 11% YOY. mainly because of delayed recovery after the lockdown was lifted, and some unseasonal rains which impacted some of the sales volume. The raw material costs were up significantly. If you look at YOY, they were up by almost 24,000 per ton. But at the same time, our net selling realization was also up by 26,000 rupees per ton. So on YOY basis, we reported EBITDA per ton of 5,200, which was best ever after Q1's 6,800 rupees per ton. And the factors which resulted into improvement in EBITDA are, of course, number one, our continuous improving sales in the value-added products. In the Q2, our value-added product mix was 62% versus 53% in Q2 of FY21. Thirdly, our working capital cycle continues to remain within 10 days of limit. So it has helped us generate very strong operating cash flows, and our net debt is further down to 130 crores from 160 crores in March 21. Overall, we generated operating cash flow of 261 crores, which was almost 60% of the EBITDA, and this helped us fund our capex of 216 crores. So the net FCF was 31 crores, which helped us reduce the debt. One milestone what we hit was the ROE and ROC. Our return profile for the group surpassed 30%. We believe this is a very strong demonstration of our inherited strong business model, that our business has capability of generating much higher returns. Historically, we have been around 20 to 25% because we were expanding to build capacities. But now that our utilization levels are going up, our working capital has reduced, our margins are going up. So we are going above 30% ROE, ROCs. And we target to sustain these ROCs in the longer term. Lastly, the Tricoat merger is on track. Hopefully, the process should be done within the Q1 of next calendar year. So with that, we will have a simplified group structure with the largest structural steel tube company in India and the fifth largest globally. With this, Rahul, we can open the floor for Q&A.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Anyone who would like to ask a question, please press star followed by 1 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Dhruv Jain from Ambit Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi team, congrats on a good set of numbers. Sir, I had a question with respect to the volumes. So we've seen that the volumes have declined on a YOY basis. So just wanted to understand, is it because of the high HRC prices that the channel is not stocking up, or is it, has it got something to do with the mix? Just wanted your thoughts on that.
Hi Dhruv. So Dhruv, as I understand that you are comparing this quarter's volume of 427,000 ton versus 485 what we have achieved in the past. So when we were doing 485,000 ton, the commoditized segment, okay, which we call general structure, that was contributing around 225,000 ton into that, right? And if you look at Q2 volume, that was 161,000 ton. So there has been shortfall of 50-60,000 ton into the commoditized category, and that's where we have lost the volume. If you look at our value-added portfolio, where the 100% focus of the company is today, the volumes haven't declined, right? And this is obviously because when the primary steel prices go up. So there is some shift in the industry which takes place towards the more secondary side, right? So we are not too much worried about it because anyway that segment, if you see our 5-year business plan, that segment is not going to contribute much today in the future. Today it is like 35-36%. In future we expect it to go down to 20-25%. So, but that being said, whenever now that the prices have stabilized, right, and the gap between secondary primary also should narrow down, because ultimately there would be some cyclicality towards it. So we will regain those volumes, but at the same time our focus towards value-added products is continuing, and that's where we are getting our earnings from.
Thanks. And I had a question with respect to the Raipur facility. If you could just give an update with respect to, when do you expect it to commence operations?
Hi, Dhruv. Sanjay Gupta this
And
side.
is the CapEx over? Yeah. Hi, sir.
We are almost on track in the Raipur project. I think in the month of December or January, there is a little bit of production is going to start. And up to March, we can go up to 25% production as per our total plan of 1.5 million ton. And after in the Q1, we expect our capacity is almost close to 50%. And Q2 first half, we fulfill our whole the project for 1.5 million ton. But no doubt, to ramp up the market, we take at least 2 years to fulfill the whole capacity.
All right. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side.
Capacity is done by first half of the next year.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Urvil Bhatt from IIFL. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thanks for the opportunity. Just want to understand, how has the demand been? So we did 427 KT last quarter. So if you can give some color on how October month has been, and how is the outlook looking up for 3Q and 4Q?
Hi. The demand is now right now on track. We can forecast we can cross almost our business plan. As per our business plan of full year is 1.8 million ton. We are very close to, or maybe we cross this quantity, which we are making 500,000 ton for every quarter of our business plan. So I don't think if there is no third wave of any corona, we can achieve these targets.
Okay, that's good to hear. And also curious if, like what happened in the last quarter, as we ramp volume towards 500 KT per quarter, would we see the fall in the share of value added, or will it be continue above 60%?
I think so. This is about 55 to 60%.
Okay, that's good to hear. And second question is, on the hospital front, what kind of volumes are you targeting over the next couple of years, assuming that you get a few more such contracts and you start creating a new segment out of this? So what is the outlook here, in terms of volumes?
Was like in 1 square foot of area, the total tube consumption is almost 5 to 6 kg depending on the design. And the first order we get from the hospital, this is 7 hospitals. 7 hospitals, we get an order of almost 12,000 ton. So we are working on at least every year we can design the infrastructure on the tube almost 15 crore square foot area. And if we take the average building is almost 3 lakh square foot or to 5 lakh square foot per area. Then close to 300 buildings we have to develop every year. Right now we are working on almost 50 buildings. So we are very sure in the next 2 years we can cross this landmark of what we are targeting 15 crore square foot area every year. So we can get almost a demand of 10 lakh ton. 5 lakh ton.
Wow.
5 lakh ton.
500,000 ton already.
Okay, that's good to hear. And this will be, I assume this will be some value added only, so the margins in this segment will be higher.
Yeah, no doubt. Because our is the higher thickness line 500 square is also coming. And maybe this line is started in month of March or April of FY22. So we are very hopeful because this is the first line not in India, in Asia.
Great. All the that's all from my side. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jiten Doshi from Enam AMC. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, Sanjay ji, for a wonderful performance in a challenging environment. I just want to know from you, when do you think you will be actually exhausting your entire capacity, what you're putting up in Raipur? And what will be your strategy in terms of future expansion? What point do you think you will expand, let's say, for another 1 million or 2 million tons? Because we see India now on a massive growth trajectory, both in terms of infrastructure, capex, as well as a lot of new projects coming in. So how are you actually planning, and what sort of lead time do you require for this?
Thank you, Jatin bhai. Jatin bhai, the basic thing is right now we have without Raipur we have a capacity of 2.5 million ton right now, and this year our business plan is in the early of the year is 2 million ton. But due to Corona we reduced the business plan and we take to 1.8 million ton. So I think the next year with the existing setup of APL we can cross 2 million ton, and that would give me almost 500,000 ton from the new plant. So next year we are planning to cross 2.5 million ton. In 23-24 we are targeting to cross 3.2 million ton, and 24-25 we are targeting to cross 4 million ton. This is already in our plan, and we are doing work very hard on this all the projects. After 4 million ton, right now we are searching some opportunity in the East market in Calcutta and Dubai in the Middle East. But right now we have no such as a concrete business plan. But I think with the existing system and the new some small plan, we can cross almost 5 million ton in 25, 26, maybe 24, 25.
Mm-hmm. So what would be your lead time to set up all this capacity?
कैपेसिटी तो ये जतिन भाई 4 मिलियन तक का कैपेसिटी तो मेरा सेटअप हो जाएगा अगले साल सेकंड हाफ तक.
Okay. And then after that it takes about what, 18 months?
जतिन भाई देखो मैं आपको फ्रैंकली बोलूं तो ये जो हमारा नया कैपेसिटी है टोटली न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स में है. अपोलो का एग्जिस्टिंग मार्केट इसमें कुछ भी नहीं है. टोटली इसमें कलर पाइप, कॉलम पाइप, ये प्रोफाइलिंग, ईवी रिलेटेड बिजनेस, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी रिलेटेड बिजनेस सब इसमें हम क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. तो होने को तो बहुत जल्दी रैपअप होता है, पर बिजनेस प्लान में वी कांट टेक लाइक दैट कि हमको मार्केट भी देखना होता है. वी हैव टू आल्सो एलोकेट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कि वहाँ पर कितने आदमी कहाँ क्या काम करेंगे. तो वी आर टेकिंग ए रोड मैप ऑफ 2024-25 एंड वी आर वेरी श्योर कि 2024-25 तक 4 to 5 मिलियन टन के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं पहुंच जाएंगे. और क्योंकि ये हमारा काफी हाई वैल्यू एडेड बिजनेस है, तो जो आज बेस हमारा 5,000 रुपीज पर टन बिट्टा के आसपास है, वो भी हमारा इंक्रीज होना चाहिए अच्छा खासा.
सो संजय जी, आपने वो जेकलमैन का वो जो स्लाइड में अभी दिखाया हुआ है अर्निंग्स में, व्हेन विल वी बी 10,000 रुपीज पर टन in when do you see it in 24-25? When do you see this 10,000 rupees a ton coming for us, at least selectively in our portfolio?
इतना बड़ा भी सपना नहीं देख रहा हूँ मैं, बट ये दिस इज पॉसिबल. मैं ये दिखाता हूँ कि वी आर एंडिंग कि दिस इज पॉसिबल होता है, बट अभी मैं इस पर कमेंट पास करने की पोजिशन में नहीं हूँ. ये दर क्या 15,000 रुपीज भी पॉसिबल है. लाइक हमारे जो ये हायर डायमीटर्स के जो हमारे ट्यूब्स आ रहे हैं, अगर उसमें आप हमारे बीटा मार्जिन देखोगे पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर पर तो 20% से प्लस है. अगर वो मार्केट मिलती जाएगी तो वो हमारा वैल्यू एडिशन बढ़ता जाएगा, देयर इज नो डाउट. बट लिप्स कैसे कप एंड लिप्स में काफी फर्क होता है. मेरे जब तक अभी तो सिंगल ऑर्डर, पहला ऑर्डर हमको मिला है बल्क वाला, जब ऐसे ऑर्डर्स की लाइंस लगेगी तो जरूर मैं अपना गाइडलाइंस बदल दूंगा, बट अभी मेरे को कहने में थोड़ी सी हिचक और दिक्कत है।
तो आप जब 4 मिलियन बेचेंगे, हाउ मच परसेंटेज वुड बी वैल्यू एडेड?
ऑलमोस्ट 75-80%।
Okay, which will be far higher than what it is today.
Yes, we are targeting Jatin bhai, 5,000 हमारा मिनिमम बेस हो जाए, 7,000 तक के आसपास में, 6,000 तो मैं श्योर हूँ कि हम अचीव कर लेंगे, टारगेट 7,000 भी हो सकता है।
Okay, so you will more and more reduce the commoditized products and go for more value-added products.
Yeah, we are not reducing, we are not increasing.
Okay, not increasing, but whatever incrementally you are doing is only value-added.
We are only working on the value added, और अगर हमारा इसमें commoditized product में हमारा वॉल्यूम हमको ज़्यादा चाहिए होगा, then we are going to keen to go for outsourcing.
Okay, wonderful. So basically, your model will continue to be remaining asset light.
Yeah, there is no doubt about this. I am not मैं अब अपना क्या कहते हैं इन्वेंट्री स्टेटस ये सब तो पैसा या कैपेक्स में ज्यादा पैसा लगाने के मूड में नहीं हूँ मैं।
ओके, तो आपके पास बहुत सारा पैसा होगा, तो आप करेंगे क्या 2 साल में ये पैसों का?
मैं पिछले कॉल पर गलती माना था, आप पहले 10 करोड़ में पहले बोला गलती माना था, डिविडेंड नहीं है बॉस।
Okay, so you will come out with a decent dividend policy looking at the cash flows.
Yes boss, no doubt at all.
Wonderful. Many congratulations and all the best for the future. Thank you, Sanjay ji.
Thank you, Jatin bhai. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bharat Shah from ASK Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Sanjay ji, namaskar and hearty congratulations.
Thank you.
Return on capital employed clearly beautifully improved why, and now we are in excess of 30%. But structurally, I thought we should be touching somewhere closer to 50% plus, because capex per ton, let us say, is about 7,500 to 8,000 rupees, and let us say 1,500 rupees of working capital should be lower actually, but maximum of 10,000 rupees of the capital employed, and we can make kind of EBIT of 5,000 rupees plus. We should be touching return on capital employed above 50%. Doesn't that sound structurally the realizable number?
Yes. Bharat bhai, there is no doubt we can touch to 50% of ROC and ROE.
और ये कब, अगले साल या उसके बाद वाले साल तक we should be touching this kind of a number?
ये भरत भाई अपना सारा जो भी हमारा ये बिजनेस प्लान है अप टू 2024-25 का है, इन द नेक्स्ट 3 years. एज ए प्रमोटर, एज ए स्टेक होल्डर आपको पूछोगे तो मैं तो चाहूँगा कि अगले साल हो जाए, बट कुछ इसमें एक्सटर्नल एटमोस्फेयर भी काम करता है हमारे साथ में, क्योंकि जिसका आज के डेट में हमारा एक सेगमेंट जो है 30% 40% बिजनेस वाला, ड्यू टू लॉन्ग प्रोडक्ट और फ्लैट प्रोडक्ट में डिफरेंस बहुत बड़ा होने के कारण एकदम पीटा पड़ा हुआ है. तो ऐसे कुछ भी अनसीन प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकते हैं. तो आई डोंट थिंक अगर इफ एवरीथिंग गो इट शुड बी डन वेरी सून, बट अगर एज पर आवर बिजनेस प्लान वी कैन टच 24-25.
And also Bharat bhai, I mean the numbers what you said, that 10,000 rupees per ton of capital employed, which includes 8,000 rupees per ton of gross block and 1,500 rupees per ton of working capital. On that EBIT of 5,000 rupees per ton. So as an inherited ROC, yes, we are touching these numbers because our capacity utilization today is around 60%. So that's why on the blended basis, on the console balance sheet, you are not looking that. But if you look at the core ROC of the business, it is 50% what you mentioned.
Right. Therefore, if we don't take into account the new capacity which is still in the process of being built, structurally next year, now that rupees 5,000 plus kind of EBITDA seems to be structurally embedded in our business, and given the fact that value added is rising as a percentage, structurally speaking, if we not take into account new capex, we should be 50% plus in next year itself, isn't it?
Definitely. And also, see, I mean, the numbers what we gave in our presentation, these 30% ROE, ROC. So for capital employed, we have taken the total asset and reduced only the current liabilities, right? So if you calculate as per the accounting, this number will be much higher, 38% also. But we are just highlighting the conservative number here, where we have deducted current liabilities from the total asset base, right? So that it takes account of all the ongoing capex in the balance sheet and other assets. So if you take the core business ROC, it is 50% today. Yes.
एंड संजय जी, आपने जिक्र किया कि 2023-24 में 4 मिलियन टन वी शुड अचीव से 24-25, हाँ बिकॉज तो 23-24 में कितनी क्या बिजनेस प्लान रहेगा?
हमारा बिजनेस प्लान जो जतिन भाई नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स का है, भरत भाई नेक्स्ट 3 साल का जो बिजनेस प्लान है हमारा, इस साल वी आर क्लोज टू 1.8 मिलियन टन. नेक्स्ट ईयर वी आर क्लोजिंग 2.5 मिलियन टन वी आर टारगेटिंग. द नेक्स्ट ईयर इज 3.2 एंड 24-25 वी आर टारगेटिंग 4 मिलियन टन.
नहीं, 23-24 क्या बताया आपने? मैं सुना नहीं पा रहा. 3.2 हाँ वही मैं
1.8, 2.5, 3.2, 4.
Okay. Now that confusion is gone. Now that's remarkable. Anubhav, apna, I think in the presentation in slide 27, the year labeling seems to be wrong. 21 के नंबर 20 पे है, 20 के नंबर 21 पे है. So I thought I'll just bring to your notice.
Slide number 27.
हाँ, जो आपका प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट समरी जो है पूरे सालों की 26 या 27 नंबर की स्लाइड पे, जस्ट लेटर ऑन यू कैन टेक अ लुक एट इट.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Sanjay ji, and hearty congratulations to entire APL team.
Thank you, Bharat bhai.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Abhishek Ghosh from DSP Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Sanjay ji, for the opportunity. And thank you for charting out आपने जो प्लान बताया है आपको FY 24-25 तक. फिर इसमें एक चीज समझना था, जो आज आपकी मार्केट शेयर है इन एक्सेस ऑफ 50-55% इन स्ट्रक्चरल ट्यूब्स, जब आप 24-25 का प्लान बता रहे हैं वो मार्केट शेयर्स क्या होंगे कि एप्लीकेशन ही स्ट्रक्चरल ट्यूब्स का इंक्रीज हो जाएगा? अगर उसके बारे में कुछ बता सकते हैं तो सर हेल्पफुल होगा.
बस ये जो मार्केट शेयर तो बड़ा 55-60% ही रहेगा.
Okay.
Because of जो रायपुर का the new project is Raipur is coming, this is totally different products. Like bigger sections अभी मार्केट है ही नहीं ज़्यादा. वो मार्केट से तो हमारा ऑलमोस्ट क्लोज टू 80%-90% मार्केट हमारा है. वो सब चेंज होगा एक कंक्रीट से एंड एंगल चैनल से अदर आइटम से मार्केट इस पर कन्वर्ट होगा. नंबर 2 हमारा कलर पाइप्स है और जो रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी से रिलेटेड प्रोफाइल्स हैं, वो सब मार्केट मतलब कुछ तो मार्केट है ही नहीं, कुछ है तो वो ज़्यादा बड़ी है, तो उसमें हमको अपने ड्यू टू अपना हमारा टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांटेज हमारा एंट्री होगा. तो उसमें उससे हमारे इस करंट बिजनेस में मार्केट शेयर पर कोई ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट नहीं आने वाला है.
ओके. सो बेसिकली जो आज हम लोग 4 मिलियन टन का मार्केट देखते हैं 3.6-3.7 में, उसके बियॉन्ड जो नए एप्लीकेशन है उसमें आपके मार्केट से, क्योंकि आप ही टिपिकली उसमें लोन प्लेयर होंगे, तो वैसे तरीके से
कुछ में एग्जिस्टिंग मार्केट है तो उसमें हम रिप्लेस करेंगे अपने ड्यू टू अपने आवर टेक्नोलॉजी एंड द कॉस्ट बेनिफिट.
ओके. और सर दूसरी चीज थी कि इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटिव इंटेंसिटी, क्या आप अभी आप देख रहे हैं वो अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड और वो छोटे प्लेयर्स कमोडिटी सेक्शन में वापस आ रहे हैं? कैसा है? इफ यू कैन जस्ट हेल्प अस विद योर थॉट्स, हेल्पफुल होगा सर.
somehow yes, मैंने जो आपका जो हमारा देखोगे जनरल स्ट्रक्चर पर्पस यूज है, उसमें जो नॉन ब्रांडेड प्लेयर्स है, बिकॉज ऑफ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द लॉन्ग प्रोडक्ट एंड द फ्लैट प्रोडक्ट, लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर कमिंग इन दिस सेक्टर. तो दिस इज मैटर ऑफ टाइम, बिकॉज कि आज तो इंडिया से एक्सपोर्ट बहुत ज्यादा फ्लैट प्रोडक्ट हो रहा है, तो इंडिया में रॉ मटेरियल की शॉर्टेज बनी हुई है. वंस द 3-4 कॉइल्स मिल्स आर कमिंग इन द नेक्स्ट 1 or 2 years, इंडिया की कैपेसिटी फ्लैट प्रोडक्ट में डबल होने जा रही है. तो मेरे को लगता है कि ये जो सिचुएशन आज क्रिएट हुई भी विद इन 1.5 ईयर नॉर्मलाइज हो जाएगी, जब इंडिया में कैपेसिटी एनहांस हो जाएगी फ्लैट प्रोडक्ट की. अब वैसे भी पिछले 5-10 दिन से चाइना वापस सॉफ्टन हो रहा है हमारे लिए वो जनरल स्ट्रक्चर में, क्योंकि आज हमारे उनके प्राइस में ऑलमोस्ट 20-25% का गैप है. और जितने भी प्लेयर्स है आज की डेट में सब वो सेकेंडरी मटेरियल पे जा चुके. तो लॉन्ग टर्म स्केल से पूछिएगा तो आई में बेनिफिट, बिकॉज ब्रांडेड प्लेयर मार्केट में मैं अकेला रह गया हूँ. एवरीबडी इज गोइंग टू द पतला टाइप मटेरियल.
करेक्ट.
तो दिस इज द बेनिफिट फॉर मी. जब ये रेट्स मेरे फेवर में आएगी तब आई विल लॉट ऑफ बेनिफिट, बट टुडे आई एम ए लूजर इन दिस सेक्टर.
ओके. पर ये आपको लग रहा है 18 से 24 महीने में ये थिंग्स नॉर्मलाइज होंगी जब फ्लैट की कैपेसिटीज आ जाएगी?
डिड यू थिंक कि ये फ्लैट प्रोडक्ट और लॉन्ग प्रोडक्ट जिसका प्रोसेस एक ही है उसमें 20% 25% का सेलिंग प्राइस में गैप चल पाएगा?
श्योर.
अच्छा, टॉर स्टील और एचआर कॉइल में 20% का गैप है प्राइसिंग में, जबकि एचआर कॉइल का कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन डाउन है, टॉर स्टील का ज्यादा है.
करेक्ट.
तो कहीं ना कहीं तो जाके बस ये गैप मेल्ट डाउन होगा. जिस दिन वो गैप मेल्ट डाउन होगा अपोलो इज द किंग.
ग्रेट. और संजय जी, एक लास्ट चीज समझ लीजिए, जो रायपुर का प्लांट जब भी आएगा और वो स्टेबलाइज होके डिसेंट यूटिलाइजेशन पे चलेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली आपको मिक्स चेंज बेनिफिट मिलेगा, बट कुछ फ्रेट कॉस्ट और दूसरे बेनिफिट, गो टू मार्केट ईस्ट में एंड अदर थिंग्स, वो बेनिफिट्स भी आएंगे आपको ओवरऑल फॉर द कंपनी?
यस बॉस, वेरी मच. इसमें मेरे को थोड़ा शेयर करते हुए इंटरेस्टिंग भी है. अब हमारी कंपनी, मेरा शुरू से मोटो रहा है कॉस्ट इज द किंग. अब जितनी मेरी लो कॉस्ट होगी तो मेरे को नोबडी कैन बीट मी. तो अब हम फ्रेट कॉस्ट के ऊपर, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के ऊपर, आपके ये ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के ऊपर, ये ईवी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के ऊपर जा रहे हैं. आई जस्ट बाई आउट 2 ट्रक्स, ये 3 ट्रक्स मैंने खरीदा है इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल पे चलने वाला इन द कंपनी. आई थिंक नेक्स्ट मंथ उसका डिलीवरी आ रहा है मेरे को. कंपनी कॉल क्या कंपनी है? आईपीटी टेक. उसे 40 टन लोडिंग का ट्रक मैंने खरीदा है. और अगर वो मेरा ट्रक का मॉडल सक्सेस हो गया तो आई विल प्लान ऑफ ऑलमोस्ट टू बाई 100 ट्रक्स. जिससे मेरा फ्रेट कॉस्ट और भी डाउन हो जाएगा. तो मेरा तो शुरू से बहुत मोटो रहा है कि इनोवेशन और कॉस्ट, यही मेरी कंपनी की 2 स्ट्रेंथ है. बाकी सब स्ट्रेंथ तो मेरा मेन स्ट्रेंथ तो मेरी यही 2 है. अगर आप अपनी कॉस्ट को देखोगे किसी भी वर्ल्ड वाइड, नॉट इंडिया वाइड, आई एम द लोएस्ट प्रोड्यूसर इन द वर्ल्ड.
करेक्ट. एंड संजय जी, जस्ट लास्ट एक चीज, आपका बहुत अच्छा कैश फ्लो जनरेशन होगा जब आप ने जो बिजनेस प्लान बताया 2.5-3 मिलियन टन में, और शायद आपका केपेक्स रिक्वायरमेंट उस रेट में नहीं बढ़े, तो क्या एक्विजिशन
हमारा नहीं बढ़ेगा?
करेक्ट. तो कोई एक्विजिशन या ये सब की चीजें भी आपके दिमाग में है इन टर्म्स ऑफ, आर दे आल्सो अपॉर्चुनिटीज कि आप ऑर्गेनिकली ग्रो करना चाहेंगे?
और ये किसी भी एक्विजिशन के लिए यू नीड ए गुड कैपेसिटी. अनफॉर्चुनेटली इंडिया हैज नॉट ए सिंगल गुड, एक भी सिंगल अच्छी कैपेसिटी इंडिया में नहीं है. अगर एक दो कोई है तो दे आर सो सॉलिड, वो क्यों बेचेंगे?
श्योर.
और जो कॉम्पिटाइज प्रोडक्ट है, जो जहाँ पर ये यू डोंट नीड क्वालिटी एंड नथिंग एल्स, तो वहाँ पर मेरा टाइम वेस्ट करने का कोई मन नहीं है. वो तो मैं आउटसोर्सिंग पे जाऊँगा. जैसे जैसे डिमांड ड्यू टू ब्रांडिंग मेरी बढ़ेगी तो मेरे को नहीं लगता कि एपीएल कभी कोई अच्छी एक्विजिशन इस बिजनेस में कर पाएगी.
ओके, ग्रेट. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Compliments to you and your team for great work, and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vivek Gautam from GS Investment. Please go ahead.
Sir, congratulations once again on consistent set of numbers, sir. Few questions from my side. I saw that you are now catering to the government clients, Delhi government, and potential भी आपको दिख रहा है. तो government clients से जो receivables का और debtor days का issues होता है, उसको हम कैसे tackle करने का plan कर रहे हैं, sir? और first question. Second question is about the how successful has been our brand ambassadors experience, and जितना successful Astral Pipe के लिए था सलमान खान का, उसी तरीके का response हमारा भी with अमिताभ बच्चन साहब and now Tiger Shroff होने का उम्मीद है. Thank you.
Right. So coming on the first point, see, I mean, the product is going into a government order, but we are not dealing with the government while doing the transaction. Okay, so there is an EPC contractor who has been appointed by the government to construct the buildings. We are supplying to that EPC contractor, and it is on advance payment basis. Okay. With the government, what we are doing is we are going and giving presentations to the government agencies who deal into the construction, like CPWD, state PWDs, NBCC, NCRTC. Okay, there are various government agencies who are doing a lot of construction work. That could be towards construction of buildings, that could be construction of infrastructure projects. So we go and try to convince them that if you switch from concrete construction to tubular construction, you can achieve 4 things. One is speed, second is environment, third is cost, fourth is quality, right? So our dealing with the government is limited to the education and telling them about our product, about our technology. And then the things are in hands of the contractors, large contractors, right, who deal with APL Apollo, and we have a very strong business development team who has been dealing with these OEM clients for a very long time. But we are very averse to extend any extra credit to any of the contractor, developer, or builder. We are, we have learned, you have seen that how we have reduced our debtor days. So no way we are going to have any impact on that. And second, on the branding equity announcement. So see, appointment of Amitabh Bachchan happened 2 years ago, and at the same year we started our branding exercise in a big way. So the result is already there, that we have been able to increase our market share from 40% to 50% in last 2 years. We have grown much faster in the rural areas where we increased our margin also. We have expanded our base in the rural markets. Then our brand premium has improved in the last 2 years. So this is the exercise which we just started 2 years ago, right? And we have already seen very favorable results. When we look at our other building material peers into other industries, they have been evolving their segment for last 10-15 years, right? So we have also the same vision where we can command much higher premium versus number 2, number 3 player in our industry. And as our gross margins improve, we will take out that and invest into the brand equity investments, right? So yes, Amitabh Bachchan has been successful. Now Tiger Shroff for the specific product category, which is towards heavy structural tubes, where we have branded our product as Apollo Column. So all these activities have yielded results, and from that encouragement only, we are we are going more aggressive. Now we are sponsoring all the every year's IPL events, right? Bollywood, we are taking help of Bollywood, and now going towards like this B2C consumer facing app, our distributors opening furniture stores, right? So this is all attributable to the fact that we want to reach as near to the end consumer, and we want to grab as much mind share of it as we can.
सर ये प्राइसिंग पावर हमारे पास कितनी रहती है, मतलब बेसिकली काफी ज्यादा स्टील प्राइसेस में राइज रहा, और हमारे को कितना टाइम लगा प्राइस को पास ऑन करने में, और मतलब क्या कोई लैग के साथ करते हैं या?
अगर आप मेरे 5 क्वार्टर्स का ट्रेंड देखेंगे, when steel prices started going up, you can see every Q on Q our RM cost per ton has gone up, our NSR cost per ton has gone beyond that, right? So this demonstrates our pricing policy, and this is not only APL Apollo. Any industry where one product is in such a high proportion, so all the players work on the same model, and not only in India, globally also. When we look at our global peers, few names we have given in our presentation also. So they also work on the same model. So there is no rocket science that any fluctuation in the steel prices need to be passed on to the end customer.
And technology innovation is our strength. कुछ और strategy आप सोच रहे हैं, कुछ और latest technologies import करने की हम लोग के लिए so as to continue our edge?
So right now the clear focus is on two things. One is the heavy structural tube, like we said, producing 500 by 500 mm diameter tubes. I mean, no one is doing in Asia, right? So this is altogether a new technology which we are bringing in India, and it has the potential to revolutionize the whole construction industry. Okay. Number two is color-coated tubes. Again, nowhere the color-coated tubes are being used for any building material application. There are some companies who make color-coated tubes, but for the industrial application, circular round tubes. But square and rectangular tubes, which would replace aluminium profiles, which would replace wooden structures, which would replace steel angles and channels. So again, it's a totally new innovative product what we are bringing in the Indian market. Beyond that, technological advances. Advancement. We have all our mill producers who are our partners from Italy, Japan, US, China. So to increase the speed of the mill, to enhance the quality at the mill, to reduce the rejection, right? So this process is always continuous. Every year we come out with something new, which helps us reduce costs and improve the overall efficiencies.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Gautam to rejoin the queue for follow-up questions. The next question is from the line of Bharat Shah from ASK Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Sanjay, one thing is absolutely clear that commodity Apollo standard product would continue to remain where it is, and therefore its percentage would keep diminishing and value-added share will keep rising. But within value-added, whether even superior value-added product percentage, I suppose, would again inch up, isn't it?
Bharat bhai, we are working on lot of products. I can't even write down कि मैं कितने products पर काम कर रहा हूँ, मैं आपको write down भी नहीं कर सकता हूँ. If you visit our plant, आप देखोगे हर एक नए products की नई चीजें मैं लगा रहा हूँ. But my problem is कि अभी इंडिया में markets नहीं है उन सब products का. कुछ मेरी अपनी इमेजिनेशन से बनाया है, कुछ मैंने बाहर देख के बनाया है. उसमें ये आप समझिए कि मेरे पास राइट नाउ 2000 रुपीज से लेकर 20,000 रुपीज तक मार्जिन के प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, अगर उसको मैं आज के डेट में नाम दूं. बट मेरे को नहीं मालूम है कि कौन सा मटेरियल कितना मार्केट बना पाएगा. फॉर मी और मान लो लाइक 500 कितने सारा पाइप का अगर यहाँ मार्केट मिलता है, मैं जितना मार्जिन दिस शुड बी अराउंड 30 to 40%. उसको जहाँ भी एक दो जगह वर्ल्ड में पाइप बनता है वहां से इंडिया मंगवाने की कोशिश करता हूँ, तो कॉस्ट इज और ये आई थिंक माई मार्जिन शुड बी 40 to 50% में भी. तो अब मतलब वो 500 स्क्वायर 20 अगर महीने में 50 टन बिका, 100 टन बिका, तो दिस इज एनुअल चैप्टर. अगर वो 5,000 टन बिका तो दिस इज एनुअल चैप्टर. I working on lot of different products, but my problem is that I am creating the things, then I have to market also. बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स में आप देखो कि मेरा ये जो मैंने आज से 10 साल पहले सोचा था, डीएफटी शुरू के 3 साल मेरे को डीएफटी ने एकदम परेशान रखा था. टुडे डीएफटी से वी इम्प्रूव आवर सर्विस इज ऑलमोस्ट इन ये लेस देन 24 आवर्स. उससे मेरा बढ़ रहा है. तो चीजें मैं बहुत कर रहा हूँ, बट कमेंट्स में कि मैं एक रियल कमेंट कर दूँ, क्योंकि आप उस चीज को पक्का कह सकते हो जिसकी मार्केट ऑलरेडी है. मैं जो काम कर रहा हूँ उसमें मार्केट नहीं है. कल को मैं आई डोंट वांट टू टेक एक्सक्यूजेस की सर ये दिक्कत थी नहीं कर पाया, भरत भाई वो दिक्कत थी नहीं कर पाया. लाइफ में बहुत एक्सक्यूजेस ले चुका हूँ मैं. नाउ आई हैव टू परफॉर्म.
मतलब कहने का सार ये है कि 2000 से 20,000 पर टन के प्रॉफिट वाली हमारे पास पूरी रेंज है. मार्केट जैसे इवोल्व करेगी, डिमांड जैसे इमर्ज करेगी, हम भी उसको मार्केट को फर्टिलाइज करेंगे, सपोर्ट करेंगे और प्रॉफिट और मार्जिन वगैरह विल बिकम एन आउटकम ऑफ दैट।
ये मतलब भाई मैं एक ही गारंटी कर सकता हूँ कि जो अपोलो एपीएल अपोलो का जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का प्रोडक्ट बास्केट है, पूरे वर्ल्ड में आपको सिंगल कंपनी ऐसी नहीं मिल पाएगी जिसके पास ऐसा प्रोडक्ट बास्केट होगा। मेरे पास लॉट ऑफ जापानीज प्लेयर आए, मेरे पास लॉट ऑफ अमेरिकन प्लेयर्स आए, चाइनीज प्लेयर्स आए। हर आदमी मेरे कंपनी को सैल्यूट करके गया कि ऐसा इन्वेस्ट करके ऐसा प्रोडक्ट और बास्केट तैयार कर देना इम्पॉसिबल है।
Fantastic. Now that is something really to be proud about. And while domestic market itself is very exciting and important, both in terms of the opportunity for growth as well as to create the value creation. But at some stage, will exports be an important enough market, or do you think that is still long time away in any meaningful way?
बड़े भाई एक्सपोर्ट में व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम है हमारे साथ लास्ट 4-5 साल से देख के क्या आ रही है, इंडिया इज ऑलवेज द स्टील प्राइसेस में हाई मार्केट था, एक्सपोर्ट हमें ये इंपोर्ट हमेशा लेस था। लास्ट 1 ईयर से इंडिया इज द नेट एक्सपोर्टर ऑफ स्टील। अदरवाइज आप उससे 1 साल पहले तक उठाओगे तो इंडिया इज ऑलवेज द इंपोर्टर ऑफ स्टील। तो हम कहीं पर भी जाके मटेरियल नहीं बेच पाते थे। इस साल में नो डाउट हमारा एक्सपोर्ट काफी बढ़ रहा है, बट नाउ प्रॉब्लम क्या एक्सपोर्ट में आ रहा है कि कंटेनर्स, हमारा ट्यूब सारा जाता है कंटेनर में। अब कंटेनर प्राइसेस आ रहा है अनबिलीवेबल, मतलब हम कुछ ऑर्डर्स लेकर मैं ऐसा फंस गया है कि मैं आई कांट टेल यू जितना मेरा रॉ मटेरियल कॉस्ट है उतना तो कंटेनर का फ्रेट कॉस्ट है। मैं इंडिया से उतना एक्सपोर्ट विजिबिलिटी देख भी नहीं रहा हूँ। मैं आपको जब भी मैं कहा था आई एम लुकिंग इन दुबई, मैं दुबई में काफी वर्क कर रहा हूँ। मैं वहाँ पर एक्सपोर्ट बेस्ड यूनिट लगाना चाह रहा हूँ, क्योंकि इंडिया में आप जब स्टील लाते हो तो टैक्सेशन बेनिफिट है। यहाँ पर स्टील में अभी भी कैपेसिटी एज पर द इंडियन मार्केट सेनेरियो कैपेसिटी काफी कम है, क्योंकि स्टील प्लांट वाले भी पिछले 1-1.5 साल से थोड़ी सी सुटेबल पोजिशन पाएगा। और उससे पहले तो प्लांट लगने का काम बात होता था, बिकने का बात होता था, आज भूषण बिक गया, आज ये बिक गया, आज वो बिक गया। अब कैपेसिटी सब रियल बिल्डअप हो रही है और हमारे मोदी साहब ने भी बहुत सारे अनाउंसमेंट्स किए हुए हैं और प्राइवेट लोग भी धीरे धीरे अब कैपेक्स की बात कर रहे हैं। जो लास्ट आप कहो तो 7-7 साल से इंडस्ट्री में कैपेक्स कहाँ हो रहा था, ऑलमोस्ट 2012 के बाद से कैपेक्स बंद हो गया था। तो आई एम वेरी होपफुल कि अगर एक्सटर्नल साथ मिला तो एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल, बट डर लगता है क्योंकि बहुत जल्दी छोटे से बहुत बड़े हुए तो डर भी लगता है भरत भाई।
ना आई अंडरस्टैंड। वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन, आपने जो बताया कि 20-20 हजार रुपया पर टन का प्रॉफिट या 40 या 50% मार्जिन भी सम प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफर, 2-4 ऐसी चीजें आप बता सकते हैं कौन से एरिया में किस किस्म की प्रोडक्ट?
लाइक भरत भाई अभी मैं एक डोर प्रोफाइल बनाने जा रहा हूँ कलर में, मैं सिंपल एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ। उसमें 2 mm से कलर प्रोफाइल बनता है। आज अगर मैं 2 mm का कलर लेने जाता हूँ तो पूरे हिंदुस्तान में 2 mm का कलर अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो उसके लिए मैंने अपना प्लांट लगाया कलर बनाने का। आज डोर फ्रेम प्रोफाइल की मार्केट जो है बहुत अच्छी मार्केट है। अभी कोई पाउडर कोटिंग करता है, कोई कुछ करता है। आज अगर उसके कॉस्ट देखें तो कॉस्ट इज ऑलमोस्ट 1 लाख रुपीज पर टन। आप किसी लड़कों को भेजना कलर, आपको 1 लाख रुपए टन से कम में डोर फ्रेम प्रोफाइल नहीं मिलेगा। अब मैंने उसका प्लांट लगाया, उससे भी कॉस्ट हो गया 10,000-12,000। माई कॉस्ट इज ऑलमोस्ट 76 or 77,000 रुपीज पर टन के आसपास आएगी। तो इससे ऑलमोस्ट 23,000 रुपए टन की बिकता एज द रेट ऑफ टुडे। इसका मार्केट में आई एम श्योर कि उनको फर्स्ट मंथ से इसमें 5-6 हज़ार तक का मार्केट मिल जाएगा। तो ऐसे बहुत सारे काम कर रहा हूँ। प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि आज अगर आई नीड 2 mm कलर, आई कांट गेट फॉर इन इंडिया। तो मार्केट सब आ रही है, ना तो मेरे पास रॉ मटेरियल है, ना मेरे पास मशीन है, ना मेरे पास मार्केट है, फिर भी मैं लड़के एक एक चीज क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ। अगर मेरा नॉर्मल पाइप बिजनेस देखो, 2000 रुपए टन EBITDA का बिजनेस है टोटल। उससे क्या होना है मेरा, या ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का या स्टेक होल्डर्स का क्या होगा उससे? तो आई एम वर्किंग लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स। जब मेरा एक ही सोचना है, जब बाहर की कंपनी में आप कोई भी अमेरिकन कंपनी, यूरोपियन कंपनी, जापानीज कंपनी उठा लो, सब अच्छी ट्यूब मेकर कंपनी का EBITDA मार्जिन 13-14% से नीचे किसी का नहीं है। तो सब देयर वी आर डूइंग मिस्टेक, हम कुछ ना कुछ गलती कर रहे हैं, वी कांट रीड द बिजनेस, और वो कि हम 13-14% EBITDA नहीं कमा पा रहे। तो आई एम वेरी श्योर, आप पीवीसी पाइप देख लो, 13-14% EBITDA है, हम लोहे वाले ने क्या गुना कर रखा है, हम भी कमाएंगे।
नहीं, बिल्कुल सही है। ऑलराइट, थैंक यू संजय जी, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू भरत भाई।
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we would request you to please submit your questions 2 at a time. The next question is from the line of Alisha Mahavala from Envision Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi sir, good evening and thank you for taking my question. Sir, ये जो वॉल्यूम गाइडेंस आपने दिया है to reach 4 million tons by 25, obviously this includes utilizing the Raipur plant, which includes lot of products which are new in the market. So what is giving us confidence that we will be able to completely utilize this? Because first you'll have to seed the market and acceptance takes time, which we've learned when we introduced the DTF technology also. So just wanted to know, आपको क्या risk नजर आ रहा है इसमें?
रिस्क तो आई एम नॉट थिंकिंग की लॉट ऑफ रिस्क, क्योंकि मेरा ऑलमोस्ट वहाँ पर आई एम स्पेंडिंग टोटल 800 करोड़ रुपीज इन दिस प्रोजेक्ट, जिसमें 400 करोड़ और करोड़ रुपीज मेरा लग चुका है। 200 मेरा सेकेंड हाफ में लगेगा, 200 करोड़ मेरा फर्स्ट हाफ में लगेगा, और वर्किंग कैपिटल में मेरे को 200 और 300 और करोड़ रुपीज चाहिए। वहाँ पर टोटल 1000 करोड़ रुपीज का मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट है, ये इंक्लूडिंग वर्किंग कैपिटल। अगर मैंने 5 लाख टन का भी काम कर लिया वहाँ पे, 1.5 तो बहुत बड़ी बात है, मेरा कितना मार्जिन वहाँ पर कम से कम 7,000 to 8,000 रुपीज टन होना चाहिए। तो 400 करोड़ तो मेरे को पहले 1 साल या दूसरे साल से मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा। तो 30-40% तो रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट मेरे को पहले या दूसरे साल में आनी शुरू हो जाएगी। तो मैं ज्यादा बड़ी नहीं हूँ कि द कंपनी ओन मनी, आदमी तभी रिस्क फैक्टर में आता है जब वो डेट ट्रैक में फंसता है। मेरा ये पूरा प्रोजेक्ट विदाउट डेट है, टोटली इंटरनल से है, मेरा कोई भी डेट इंक्रीज नहीं होने वाला है। तो नंबर सेकंड, नो डाउट कि यूटिलाइजेशन हम थोड़ा कंजर्वेटिव होकर भी बोल रहे 3 साल में पूरा कर लेंगे, थोड़ा सा एग्रेसिव भी बोल रहे 3 साल में पूरा कर लेंगे। हो सकता है 4 साल में हो जाए, हो सकता है 2 साल में हो, बट मार्केट इज देयर। आई एम वेरी होपफुल कि मैंने, क्योंकि ये नहीं कि मार्केट नहीं है, मार्केट है, उसकी जगह दूसरी आइटम लग रही है, हमको उसको रिप्लेस करना है। वी हैव टू रिप्लेस द थिंग्स।
So if you see how we have grown at 20% plus compounding so consistently, because we are taking market share from other building material products which are conventional, right? So our steel tubes offer better proposition in terms of quality, in terms of cost, in terms of easy installation. So that's what is giving us confidence that we can continue this journey even with the launch of new products. So if you see last 7-8 years, 5 products where we have been able to replace. Number one is steel angle channels. Number 2 is aluminium. Number 3 is wooden structures. Number 4 is concrete RCC. And number 5 is long steel products, which are like H-beam, I-beam, and pre-engineered building structures. So that being said, all these products, whatever will come in Raipur plant. So the market creation experience, the team, everything is in place, and we just have to go and educate the market, which we have lengthy experience.
Understood. Great. And except Raipur, is there any other capex that we have planned for currently?
Very, very small capex for maintenance or routine improvement to cut down the cost. Replacement of the old machines and like अभी हम जो अपना pre-galvanized sheet बना रहे थे, अब उसका अभी हमारा फ्लक्स ओन बेस लाइन थी, उसको हमने नॉन एक्स लाइन पर कन्वर्ट किया है। तो लाइक वी आर स्पेंडिंग ऑलमोस्ट for 1 kg production, 12 kg zinc per ton. So now we have to, I think with this new experience and with these new lines, our zinc consumption is come down to 9 kg or 8 kg. So there is huge savings. So this type of small improvement we are doing in the system. Otherwise, production capacity wise there is no increase.
Okay, ठीक है. And sir, just wanted to understand कि excluding the Raipur facility and the products that will come, जहाँ आप बोल रहे हो कि 7,000-8,000 per ton का भी EBITDA कर सकते हैं हम, जो existing facility and capacity है and the product portfolio we have, can that sustain to do EBITDA per ton above 5,000 like we have shown in this quarter also?
Ma'am, up to last year we are struggling for 3,000 rupees per ton EBITDA. In the Corona, काफी हमने अपने आप को वर्क को सुधारा. We have do lot of value-added product, and we in the last call I'm not want to say more than 4,000 rupees ton at any cost. Now right now in this call I am very confident that now my company base is very strong on the 5,000 rupees per ton EBITDA. तो ये कॉन्फिडेंस तो धीरे धीरे बिल्डअप होगा. एक साल में ऐसा मेरे आई हैव नो मैजिक रॉड इन माय हैंड कि मैं आपको प्रॉमिस कर दूं कि मेरा कंपनी 3,000 से 6,000 और 7,000 और 8,000 रुपीस टन का EBITDA का कंपनी हो गया. बट वी आर श्योर कि हम जो वर्क कर रहे हैं वी आर बेस्ट इन द इंडस्ट्री. वी आर बेस्ट इन द अदर विद आवर नियर एनी कॉम्पिटिटर्स.
Okay. So basically,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ms. Mahavna. May I request you to rejoin the queue for follow-up questions?
Sure.
Thank you. We would request participants to limit your question to 2 at a time. The next question is from the line of Anuj Upadhyay from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity, sir. I mean, congratulations on good set of numbers. So, can you just elaborate more on the pricing front, considering the raw material cost has gone up significantly, and we believe we have already taken a price hike for the past quarter. But considering the raw material prices have been on an uptrend going in the current level as well, and it's unlikely to settle down in the current quarter, is what we believe. So, are we planning similar level of price hike for Q3 or Q4 as well?
So Anuj, see, I mean, I'm repeating this. Last year, steel prices were 35 to 40,000 rupees per ton. Right today, they are between 60 to 65,000 rupees per ton. So there has been 60-70% increase in the steel prices. And if you look at my 6-quarter performance, you will see that we have been successfully able to pass on this to our channel partners, and it has been well absorbed in the system. And this is not only for Apollo. Like I said, this is for the whole global industry, where one product, one element, which is steel, is such a high proportion of the overall product value that industry works on the pass-through model. This is not only for Apollo. This is not only for Indian steel tube industry. It is for the global steel tube industry. That's how it works. You talk to any of our global peers in US, Japan, China. I mean, they work on the same model. The question is that what are the levels where demand starts getting impacted, right? And so far also, if you see last 4, 5, 6 quarters, our volumes have also been decent, right? There is no, in any of the quarter, there has been any collapse in the volume, right? So that means demand has also not got too much impacted or hampered due to the increase in steel prices. That being said, I mean, if you look at the global trends, how China and other local markets are behaving, so I think $900 per ton kind of steel levels, they look highly unsustainable. There has already been some drop in the Chinese steel prices. So I guess this does give the signal that steel prices had peaked around $900 per ton. From here on, as the global capacity will start coming in, because China is cutting on the supply due to environment, due to reduction in exports, etc. But then other countries will come up and they will start putting up the factories, new capacities. In India, we are already seeing that. So that means that global steel prices also should settle somewhere around $800 per ton, which is good enough for demand to grow at the global level.
Right. So now with the China playing a strategy of bringing down or cutting down the supply, could this open us a decent door for us for the export market. I know sir had already mentioned about the high freight rates and all, but if we see some softening on that end, so could we explore the export market as well going ahead?
This is the reason that why we are exploring to set up a base in Dubai. From where we can feed the Middle East markets, European markets, and US markets, because our product already has seen acceptance in the last few years when we started exporting. And if we have a solid base in the middle, we can cater to that market in a big way. But when I said that China is cutting on the supply, that is on the raw steel. Okay, that is the raw material on the HR coil, not on the processed steel or structural steel too, which we are selling.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Upadhyay to rejoin the queue for follow-up questions. The next question is from the line of Kush Tandon from Ananta Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for this call. So my question has been answered. It was more on the raw material prices. It has been answered.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Darshit Shah from Nirvana Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations for the great set of numbers. Sir, I just have one question. This is on regarding to the increase in inventory and receivables as compared to March balance sheet. I mean, inventory has gone up around 180 crores and probably 50 crores or receivables has gone up. Any specific reason for that?
No. What you see in the March quarter, our inventory is what? 760 crores, and right now is almost 900 crores. But if you see in the volume terms, there is a price increase almost up to 12-13%, I think so. So this 20%, 24%. So the volume remains same, but the amount is increased. Number one. Number two, we have a long-term agreement with all the suppliers for 5 million ton in a quarter. When our volume should go down, तो हमारा इन्वेंट्री उस हिसाब से, क्योंकि हमको तो जो हमने पीछे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रखा है थोड़ा बहुत हम प्लस माइनस कर पाते हैं, हमको मटेरियल लेना पड़ता है, तो अगर ये इन्वेंट्री गो अप, if our volume is go up, if we see कि अगर हमने इस क्वार्टर में 5 लाख टन किया होता, तो we have less than almost 18 or 17-18 days of inventory. This is the two reasons for the increase in the inventory.
Got it. मतलब अब next quarter में if it probably
if we cross 5 lakh ton, our inventory is less than 18 days.
अच्छा, तो कम हो जाएगी ऑटोमेटिक by next quarter then.
क्योंकि हमारा सप्लाई फिक्स है बॉस.
Got it. Thank you so much, and it's really lovely to hear you, Sanjay bhai. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sujit Jain from ASK Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Sanjay ji and team, congratulations, especially on the trajectory of your OP per ton. I have a few questions. Yeah, I have few quick questions. If I look at Tricord, 11,200 OP per ton in Q1, which has come to 8,200. Even that number is commendable. But in Tricord itself, why there should be such a large variation?
Boss, if you see in Tricord, our the main product is coated products. And in the last call, I very, very clearly mentioned that coated product में जो margins बना हुआ है, this is due to a lot of shortage in the country for the coated products. इसके कारण margins बना हुआ था. This is not sustainable. तभी मेरा margin भी आप देखो 6,800 rupees से 54, 50, 53 rupees, 100 rupees तक के आसपास आ गया. वो तो मेरा business plan में है, ताकि तो कम होना ही था.
So Sujit, that was some phenomena which helped us earn some extra dollars. Since it was on the table, we didn't leave it, right? And we were sure, and we guided that to the investors on the call also, that this may not sustain. And whenever there is like some mismatch in the demand supply, so it had to normalize. It got normalized.
Right. And when you say you'll increase your sales to institutional segments such as hospitals, etc. would that lead to, even if you're dealing with the EPC contractors and not with government bodies directly, would that not lead to your working capital days eventually going up?
No, Sudhir, because you see, I mean, today if any contractor has to build any, or he has to construct any building using tubes, I mean, right now he has only two options. Okay, one is Apollo, and second is the number 4 player, which is there in our presentation. Okay, so the capacity which APL Apollo has is 10 times what the number 4 player has. Okay, to supply such products. So I mean, the contractor has no option. The contractor has no option but to buy material from us, so we can dictate our payment terms, and that's what we did in this current order. So we don't think that it's going to be a challenge to sustain 2, 4, 5 days of debtor days in the longer term, even if there are some institutional sales. And also we have our distributors, Sudhir, okay, who fund such sales, such transactions for us. So we will ensure that our debtor days remain in single digit in future as well.
Right. And lastly, market share gain in Q2. Your volumes fell 11%, and what the market would have been?
If you look at the, I mean, there are two companies who have come out with the results so far.
There is a different business. First, if you see the market share, I think my market share in the primary materials is very high right now, almost 75 to 80%. Not in the structural tubing. Write down the words there. In the primary material, if you see my market share, this is more than 75 to 80% because lot of the industry players is gone into the पतला material. उनका शेयर तो ओवरऑल पतला मटेरियल का शेयर इंक्रीज हुआ है. लाइक 4 मिलीमीटर का मार्केट, अगर ये मार्केट है, ये ऐसा कहा तो स्विंग होकर 3.5 और 3 मिलियन टन का रह गया है, और पतला का मार्केट 2 मिलियन टन से 3 मिलियन टन पहुंच गया है. तो वो मार्केट पतले ने मार्केट गेन किया है, बट इन द प्राइमरी मटेरियल वी गेन द मार्केट शेयर.
Right. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints, it was the last question for today. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Rahul Agarwal for closing comments.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really thank the APL management team for giving us this opportunity. And I pass on to the management for any last comments and wish you a happy Diwali, everybody. Thanks.
Happy Diwali to everybody. Thanks, Rahul, and thanks to InCred for hosting us for this quarter second results call. And I would like to thank everyone who has taken time to join this forum. Any questions? I know there could be some unanswered questions. We are happy to take offline. Mine and Deepak ji's phone number and email IDs are on the back of the presentation. Please feel free to reach out to us. And happy Diwali to all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. On behalf of InCred Equities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.